Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Back on the short track, late model open series time, week 9, Lanier Speedway, 3/8 mile, pretty much constant circle, should be a good time. Smaller field, but not an easy field by any means. I think I'm 11 in the split, I'm car number 7, so top 5 is going to give me something to work hard for, and I'll be proud with that. So going to go out for qualifying. Just got out of the ARCA race, so definitely a bit of adjustment driving this compared to that in terms of how I work everything. So we're gonna do what we can, try to get to run the line here for qualifying. See if we can put some sort of effort that puts us towards the top 5 in the inside row. The car roll on the inside. Try not to overdrive turn 3. Get it off the corner. Not a great first lap.
7th position.
7 so far. Like I said, it's a pretty tough split, so it's going to take a lot of work to run with these guys. A little bit slower.
That's the end of the session. P7.
Keeps us 7th though, I guess. Starting on the inside, pretty tight. I mean, we were only 3/4 of a tenth off, and we were 7th. Lot of tight racing. I think 5th is going to be 5th will be the equivalent of a win for me. Like I said, there's just a lot of quick guys that have a lot of pace. Only thing I can hope for is that I don't loop it early on, let the tire heat come up, get the grip up, and then hopefully not overdrive it on entries, and have some tire left, a little bit of lower temps, maybe a little bit of extra grip later on in the race. Be able to contend with these guys come back. We're going to switch over to the race setup. As always, these will be available at the Team Goon Squad website. Link is in the description box. Gonna get the paint schemes refreshed. 50 laps, a little bit longer than last week was. Last week was 35 laps. It being a smaller track, half the distance, you can go a little bit longer, about the same amount of time. So should be a lot of fun. Get in the car, pull up the session best lap. Double check, got the race setup loaded.
50 laps.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
Count. P7.
Like I said, a little bit of a smaller field, but by no means easy. Should if everybody can keep it clean, it should be a lot of fun. I'm gonna be fighting hard with the 3 and the 2, I think. Hopefully we'll be fast enough to pull away from the 8 and 9. Only hope I can go for is that I can take the advantage of the inside line off the start and maybe get by the 2 that way. Just follow in behind the 3. Jot it down. Just gonna try to keep it as clean as I can, recover from my bad start in the Truck Series race. You know, a couple of mistakes on my own, a couple of mistakes that weren't my fault. And yeah, I don't know. Some decent momentum in the ARCA race. Was not very quick, but kept it clean, so try to see if we can do it that way. Keep the momentum that I've had the last couple of weeks that I've ran late model open series.
Here we go. Be ready.
Off and rolling.
Go. Nail it.
Just gonna watch the 2 working on the outside.
On your right.
Also got the
Still there.
-2 was able to slot in front of us.
Hold your line.
It's not quick enough there off of turn 2.
High.
Alright, pulling away from the 8 slightly. Ryan's gonna dive it in inside of him. Everybody's gonna be battling on the inside. It's definitely a 1 groove track, typical short track. It's crucial to keep your car in that lane. I'll back a little bit, but 6 gets turned.
Right side.
Somehow barely able to avoid him. 9's going to dive it in way underneath us.
Still there.
We're in the middle of 3 wide.
Cars on both sides.
8's going to do the same thing now. So we're going to the back because guys are going to
Still there.
throw it aggressive, and I'm trying to stay off of people.
Still there.
I hate this kind of racing when guys, like, you smell blood, you have to take advantage of it because it's short track racing, but it gets bad.
Clear. Coming up on your.
I had nowhere to go with that one.
They're all around.
This whole, that sucks. Clogged up, and I was stuck on the outside. I had nowhere to go. Car's definitely beat up, right front's screwed up.
7th position.
Just gonna try to limp it. We're in 7th. Technically, top 5 is still in sight. Yeah, that's short track racing. Nowhere to go. Wreck happens up ahead. I tried to stop as quick as I could, but had nowhere to go.
The guy behind is just
Yeah, so this car's never going to
14.13.
run all that well now. It should be faster than the 11. 4X, unfortunately, that I could not avoid. Try to get by the 11 as quickly as possible, see if we
That
can
lap was
chase
at
down the 8.
14.32.
Right side.
Really
Okay,
slow. I had to check
Jake,
up to
what's
avoid
Outside
him.
line's clear.
We want to get by him, so we're going to set our sights on the 8. Although the 6 is going to be coming back as well.
P6.
I overdrove the corner trying to save it. Like I said, this car's all
Far
jacked
inside,
up,
keep
so
high.
it's hard.
Keep it steady, still there.
Wow, I
Inside
don't know what the
clear.
11
Got
was
one
doing
inside.
there.
P7.
Clear low. Stay high, we got one inside.
Alright, he pulls off. 6 gets by us. He doesn't pull off, but he goes low. I don't know what's going on. This race is chaos.
That lap time was 15.31.
Trying to get back by the 6. He's quicker. He's got left side damage. I've got left and right side damage.
There's a car leaving the pit lane.
Wheels all out of alignment because of the right side damage.
Your last lap time was at 14.23.
10 coming
Good
up.
lap. That's your quickest so far.
Hopefully the 10 will get out of the way since I am technically battling with the 6. Leaders are coming up. We're not going to be staying on the lead lap, unfortunately. 8's 3.5 seconds ahead.
P7.
Just trying to settle down and see if we can get back to the 8. 6 makes contact with the 10. 10's just not getting out of the
That
way.
was 14.33.
Lots of egos going on. Dive it in a bit too hard there. So 10 gets by the 6. So now our goal is to figure out how to get around the 6. Wish I could have seen what the car could have potentially done instead of having that
lap
happen
was at
early on. Just, I
14.28.
don't know, it sucks. Six seems like he's a little bit quicker as long as he doesn't make a mistake. We are slowly catching the 8, but not really enough to do much. Took a bad entry there into 3, kills the run off. Car's dropping, 6 gets loose off of 2.
All right,
Try to
Jake,
work to the
on your right.
inside.
Still there. Still there.
P6.
He's still there, keep digging.
Not quite clear of the 6 yet.
Still
I got
there.
a little loose there off of 2.
He's still there.
To keep being patient.
Keep it together, hold your line. Clear outside.
That last lap was at 14.51.
Alright, so far clear of the 6. We're going to see if he's going to try to cut underneath.
Right side.
He's going to work
You got
back to
one
the
right
outside.
Gap ahead is now 3.3 seconds.
Clear outside.
3.3 still up to the 8, so not really catching him.
Just done at 14.49.
Right side. Outside line's clear.
Something happened to the 1. He's actually all the way back to 4th. He was your race leader, so lots to take a look at in the replay afterwards. Doubt we're going to be able to get to the 8, so it looks like a 6th place finish. Just going to try to do what I can to keep it going because we're not even the halfway point yet. Yeah, this car is so jacked up with the way that I have the wheel,
Your lap times are improving.
but I'm just trying to drive what I can out of it. Trying to keep it as smooth as I can to pull away from the 6.
The gap ahead is now 3.0 seconds.
Making a tiny bit of progress on the 8, on the 3 seconds. Maybe there's still an outside chance at the top 5.
Okay, Jake, halfway home, fuel's good.
Barely see him up ahead. The X factor is the 10. You could get to him and do something stupid and wreck him. 6 is doing a good job hanging on behind, so
41.
we are not in the clear by any means from the 6. Leader's slowly catching us, but might be able to stay on the lead lap at this rate.
42.
Drove the entry there to 3. Allows the 6 to close back up. Get back to protect the bottom. It's looking like he might put a bumper to us. Wouldn't surprise me given how this race has gone, but seems like it's settled down a little bit. Just trying to roll to center as best I can and then get back on the throttle. A little loose there off of turn 2. Loose there in the middle of 3. 6 is all over our back end.
That last lap was at 14.49.
Trying to take my arc in the corner that I like, protect the bottom. It's making it hard to keep running fast laps to catch the 8, but I'm going to protect this position a little more. We are still slowly catching the 8. Just don't know if it's going to be enough. Gave the 6 the opening there on the bottom.
Still there. They're on the inside. Car inside.
It's going to get back by because I made the mistake there in 1 and 2.
Still there.
Keep working to the outside.
Still there.
The track temperature's rising. It's now 84 Fahrenheit. 7th position.
It's going to cost us time to the 8. We just need to jump back behind the 6.
Coming up on the inside. They're inside.
Alright, so we're back to 7th.
You've just done a 14.81.
Lap cars in wrecks. See if it allowed us to close up to the 8 at all. Yeah, it did a little bit. It's now down under 2.5. We've only got 15 to go, though.
Lap was at 14.63.
We need the 10 to hold him up. Gotta stall him out. I don't. If he's smart, he'll just get out of the way and let the 10 go.
That lap was at
But then things will be also getting by the 6 as well. The 6 has found more pace compared to me.
Your last lap time was at 14.49.
Loose there off the corner. It's just so hard to predict what the car is going to do with the damage I've got. Kind of like that. Alright, that's going to kill the race. Yeah, this car is just impossible to drive with this damage. It's so wicked.
0.91.
Bouncing it off the wall like an idiot.
P7. Your lap time was 50.
Yeah, I can't drive this thing. This is so bad. 10 laps to go. We're just trying to hang on at this point. I hate that this race got ruined so early for you guys. I had so much potential, and now I'm just fighting a car that is all over the place. Like this isn't even a good representation of what the setup can do, and that's what I normally like to do.
Ahead is now 2.1.
You got one right side. Clear up high.
Oh well. Short track racing gets me again. Just bad luck. Nothing I can do. Happened at the end of the week. Tour mods kind of happened in this one too. Get him back. Trying to recover. Just basically trying to run a line. I got nothing for the 8 and the 6 at this point, so it sucked to lose iRating and safety area when I felt like I had the chance to run top 5, but
ahead is now 2.4.
Again, not much I could really do. Seems like it was by no means the cleanest race. I had to go this time. Trying to avoid overdriving it. The car's just so erratic now with the damage. Toe, everything being knocked out of whack. It's definitely survival of the fittest in this one. If you could keep it clean, you had a good chance to finish really well. Small field, but
The gap
Not
to
small on
Lawton
contact.
ahead is now 2.5.
Free to go.
2 to go. That lap was at 14.65.
Driving turn 3, that one was just on me for getting in too fast.
White flag, last lap. That lap time was
Come to get the white flag this time.
14.62. The gap to Lawton ahead is now 2.8.
Not sure what's being said on the chat. Don't really want to deal with the drama. Not sure if the 5 knocked the
White
1 out of the
flag,
way or
one more
what
to go.
happened. Looks like the 6 was able to work its way by the 8. So good job to him recovering, getting in the top 5. Maybe not. Maybe the 8 held on.
P7. Okay, we're done.
Yeah, lots to look at. Finished 7th, which I guess is a good thing, but yeah, it was not a real fun start. Yeah, we're just gonna start from the beginning and watch everything. So 8 was to our outside. 2, I just didn't get a good run through 1 and 2, so the 2 was able to cut in front of me. Like, he didn't cut a gap that wasn't there. He was 100% there. I was trying to hold behind him at this point. I saw the 6 getting shuffled out, so it was just all about trying to stay as close to the bumper of the 2 as I could, and hopefully if we got up to the 6, I could at least pick up a spot there. Getting a little loose off the corners. It's cost me a little bit of time to the 2. I just was not quite as quick on entry and center as them. But I was hopeful that I was driving a little bit slower to keep some tire into it. 4 gets into the 6. Had to cut low for him. That allowed the 9 to get the run. The 9 dove it to the bottom. Now we're 3 wide. Now I'm just trying to not stay anywhere. Bouncing off the 6. The 10's going to now pull to the inside. It's going to put us 3 wide again. And again, the contact there, the 8 takes advantage of it. Because again, as soon as you can get the inside line, you've got to take it and go. And the contact with the 4, and yeah, so I had nowhere to go. Let's look at what happens originally to the 4 to see that. So the 4's running into the corner. He just overdrives it and gets loose on his own. Yeah, you're going to watch him come in. He's just going to flat out get loose on his own. Just overdrove the entry. Right here, you start seeing the car starting to kick out, and he's trying to counter steer it, trying to work the throttle and the brake and save it. 3's catching him. 3's got really nowhere to go at this point. He's on top of him. There's nowhere to pull at this point, and the 3's actually kind of getting pushed by the 5 or the 2 at this point. So that's going to send them around. The 2's going to be able to go up and avoid that. You see the 3 and the 2 get away. So the 4's around. The 9's going to come in and clip him. 9 tries to avoid him. That turns him. 10 comes piling in. 8's there. I've got nowhere to go. And that's where I had that because I had the 6. So let's again take a little bit of a slower look at that. So I got the 6 to the outside. 8's technically the inside. I'm on the brake trying to stop for this thing, but I can't get the car slow enough to get underneath to try to go where the 8 was. Like I'm just full brake. Like there's literally nothing I could have done because I couldn't go high because I had the 6 there. And maybe I should have tried to stop a little bit more. Like the 6 definitely bails out of it. See, the 6 got out of it without any contact. Yeah, he got stopped. Well, he still technically made contact with the 4. The 4 was upside down, so I guess hindsight, I probably should have tried to just come to a full stop, but it was like such a bad spot because I'm trying to get back to the we're in the corner, trying to pick up the throttle. Then I see the wreck. Now I'm trying to get on the brake as hard as I can to stop. At 3 wide, if I would have been in the 8's position, have been on the bottom, I probably could have stayed low and avoided it. And unfortunately, there's just absolutely nowhere to go. Drilled the 9 in the left rear, and the car's just beat up at that point. Yeah, that sucked. I don't know what I could have done differently there. Nobody got out of it without any incident points. That's fun. So let's see what happens to 5 and 1. Okay, So the 9. Oh, so the 1 got turned by the 9. That's what happened. Okay, so let's go look there. The 5 never touched the 9. Or the 1. So 9's on his own. He's running behind the 11. Just overdrives the corner entry. Loses it. And then tries to save it. Kicks. Gets the 1. And that puts the 1 around. And then he tows back to the pit. So, yeah, that's what actually happened there. But yeah, pretty brutal race. Pretty bad break. Fortunate. I don't know what else could have done differently, but it's how racing goes. You win some, you lose some. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We tried to battle with the 6, just made too many mistakes, and like I said, I had a car that was pretty broken and in pretty rough shape. So take a look at the results, see how bad that damage is. 7th place, I guess we finished where we qualified. Top split of 3:31.24. Like I said, wanted to run a lot better than this because this was a decent field for not getting to run the first night of the week. So a little bit of a safety rating loss with 4x 0.03. A little bit of an I rating loss, 5 on that. Yeah, I don't know. You can't even compare lap times, quite honestly. I really can't compare lap times because I got stuck in that traffic, never got a chance to sort it out, never got a chance to run the way I want. So 2/10 off, realistically, probably 3/4 of a tenth to a tenth off, honestly. But just never got the chance to show it. So pretty rough break. Yeah, I don't know. Hard to say. It's Ford just kind of overdrove it and it caused chaos. And when you're 3 wide, you got nowhere to go. It's just really bad break. Really bad break. Just lucky enough that the knee ball didn't come out. Otherwise, I officially wouldn't have even had a shot at finishing 7th. So take it, move on, try to get you something better. Rest of the week, finish out probably decent short track amount of races that I'll do if I have time. They're usually a little bit quicker, a little bit easier to run sometimes. So we'll see what we can do, but hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. Looked good. Let me know if there's anything you would have done differently to try to avoid that wreck, or if you just call it in the worst spot possible and really had nowhere to go. 3 wide, I get why everybody did it. It just sucks. It sucks when you're the one in the middle and there's nothing you can do to combat it. There's nothing I could do. So take it, move on. Until the next one, I hope all your laps are fast, your races are clean, and your finishes are good. Thanks for watching.